Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour and welcome back to another 1v1 Pro replay. This one was one of the most highly rated of the week in the last couple of weeks, I believe. And we have Mad Rage down in the south with the Cyan China Nuke, and he is playing against Raging Shaye, aka Shaye St. John, and he is also playing as the blue. Also China Nuke. Sorry, not also playing as the... Well, he technically is also playing as blue, but deeper shade of blue. Also playing as the Nuke, I meant to say, if I did say also playing as the blue. Oh, this commentary is going to be great today, isn't it? We got 2 supplies and a fake barracks dropped down there. I say a fake, it's actually just used to scout. So people are using that to waypoint scout. I think... Xcal started a bit of a trend. He drops down that as just a thing to select. You select it and then you place your waypoint around, and wherever it says that you can't place the waypoint, then basically allows you to know where a building is. So we've got 2 war factories from Shaye. Slightly different build order here from Mad Rage. He's going for the war factory barracks, more defensive build order. And then I imagine there might be an airfield placed down here, so you'll try and box in his trucks and then try and get a helix out. Now, I've been playing in that Nuke Mirror tournament. I am knocked out of it now. Vivid did knock me out of that tournament, and I have been experimenting and trying different things, weird and wonderful things to see, analyzing replays and stuff like that to try and see what is actually the most optimal and best build order. And I did kind of settle on this war factory barracks, but I did see a lot of the time that actually if you do war factory barracks, you allow your opponent to gain more map control and expand to a third a little bit quicker. So it tends to be that the 2 war factories is very strong as well. So interesting for me to see here which one is going to come out on top. We've got Rage, obviously super top player, and Shaye looks to be quite active again, and when Shaye's active he is a real force to be reckoned with as well. We've got outpost versus outpost. The outpost has gone down there for Shaye, and then we've got Shaye pushing down this left hand side of the flamer and the outpost. Is that outpost of Shaye going to go down? No. Flamer is going to get in. This is what I mean about this build order, man. As long as the 2 war factory spam is just kept up, then you can find yourself in a decent position relatively quick. And in this case, the flamer is getting in. Not the best usage of that flamer, though. Don't actually know quite what it is flame walling down there, because he could have probably killed the supply by now. Seems to be going for the dozer. That's one thing that I have learned about this 2 war factory build. Ooh, he's actually gone for a Gatlix. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. I like the way Rage has built these buildings, by the way, because he's done them a little bit deeper into the supply. It's actually stopping the Battlemaster going around the back and firing over the top. I think he probably still could do it, but I don't think the unit control has been the greatest so far yet from Shaye, because that flamer there, for example, could have flamed down some stuff, and that Battlemaster there probably could have gone around the back and maybe shot some shots over. Maybe, I don't know if he could have got in there. I don't know, but yeah, either way, Shaye's got the map control. This is what I was saying. He's now got control of that bunker. He's got a gat here, so the helix can't push out. He's got control of this little church thing, and he's got a flamer over here on the right. The Battlemaster's going to go over there and shut that down, though, I think. And Shaye's obviously on a much faster propaganda. The propaganda center is already on the way. But the thing that Rage has got going for him is he's got the mobility of these helixes. So Shaye's always going to make sure at all times that he's got gats in the right places. So he's got one here on the left. He has got one here, but the helix, I suppose, could come around and like chip one gat away and then go back. Flamer here, is that going to get shut down? I think it will, even just by the helix with the speaker tower, but definitely once the Gatlix and the bunkerlix arrive. So Rage's build order so far, I think, has paid off. But have I missed it? Rage has been dozer hunted. He has been hunted. And if you watched my Nuke games, you'll see this is something that often happened to me as well. When you go for this build order that Rage has, your dozer's left more open. I mean, that one down at the bottom left, probably maybe that could have been saved. But yeah, Rage at the moment, he's only going to be left on helixes and 1 war factory. So Shaye at this point should be in a really strong position, because all he has to do now is make GAT CCMs, a few overlords and whatever, and spread them around the map. And there shouldn't be a lot these helixes can do, but the helixes do come in here. Almost gets the Lotus. Lotus very low. Picks off 1 dozer there. Battlemaster here for Rage. Probably will get shut down, but it might take a couple of units with it. It does take the outpost down. Units coming in once again for Rage. Just picking off the occasional tank enter that's been left out in the open by Shaye. This gat here, I think it's been forgotten about by Shaye at the moment. Lotus again, trying to get this this oil. Rage picking off that gat and then running away. Doesn't really need to engage that bunker. I suppose if you just want to deny a little bit of map control. Flamer coming in on the right side from Rage. And if Shaye's paying attention, he could TNT it, but I don't think he is. Rage trying to get done what he can get done, but with these ECMs just being spread around with these gats, that it makes it so difficult for the Helixes to actually go in and get proper work done. But that said, though, this Flamer here, I don't think that's been spotted by Shaye, because his base is literally being taken out bit by bit, and Shaye has not realized at all. And I think that might be Shaye's last dozer. It is, and Shaye's not realized at all. He's paying attention elsewhere on the map. Helix is still running around for Rage, but one of them does go down almost. What is Rage doing? Needs to send these back. I don't even know how that one's still alive. Flamer here for Rage is still taking out the war factory. Shaye is just not interested in saving that. It's literally, he's lost like everything. Just that one Flamer with a little tiny bit of HP. So Shaye's now got to be thinking like, where's my dozer? Where's my war factories? He's got one more war factory. So was it 3 war factories he had in total, or just 2? I think he just had 2. So that oil is captured. That oil is captured. So both players doze entered, both by a Flamer as well. Killed one of the dozers at least. Nuke mirrors are always very messy, and they're very counter-based as well. Like if you start spamming Battle Masters, then you make a Helix. If you make a Helix, then the other guy makes Gats, and then you've got to make Battle Masters or Overlords to counter them Gats, but then it could switch into pure ECMs. It's a very interesting matchup, Nuke Mirrors, that's for sure. And we've got these 2 Overlords combined with 4 ECMs, no Gats in the mix, so I'm going to assume what's going to happen to this army is just it's going to get completely overrun by the air units, which is the Helix for Rage. Yeah, so why is Shaye not backing that up with any anti-air? He knows there are Helixes out. Maybe you think he took them all out, but I think there's always been at least a couple alive, unless these 2 have been rebuilt. Rage might be going for the counter-attack. Looks like a base raid situation. The airfield there does get taken down. Rage going for what looks like a counter-attack. He's got Battle Masters and a Flamer also in the base. Rage has been pretty good at this by waypointing units round the back. Barracks here might get picked off. Gats are going to engage this army when they do not need to be doing that. Helix taking a little bit of damage. Rage could have probably just gone over here and just dealt with this before with the Helixes, because it's pretty much got no anti-air in it apart from this one tank hunter. But I think Rage is just more interested in going for the base trade. And it's just going to come down to the last couple of buildings. There's a couple of trucks here. Rage has got 2 buildings left. It's going to come down to 2 buildings versus 2 buildings. Which player rather is going to come out on top? It looks to me the DPS here is going to be insane, but the DPS here is also insane. It's only got a little tiny bit of HP, and Rage, oh my god, no way. No way. Does that count as a draw? Oh man, I didn't expect that. That can't count as a draw, can it? Because Rage was defeated first, so Rage will get the defeated screen. But that said, though, Shaye was defeated like literally a second or half a second or something later. What an insane game. I don't think I've seen a game quite like that before. Not only was it fast and like action-packed, but like for a player to be defeated and then moments later for them to be defeated because the remnants of the flame wall was still there, that's kind of insane. I don't think I've seen a game like that before. Rage is always in these unique games, whether he makes battleships or makes the bomb trucks disguised as a battleship, or whether he's in an almost draw game like that. But yeah, I think the win there does go to Shaye, but then obviously a couple of seconds later he was defeated. Now Zero doesn't have the ability or the mechanic behind it for a for a draw. It's just physically not capable of a draw, as we've proved before when I nuked the 2 last buildings on the map against an AI, and I didn't know whether the AI is just imbalanced and the AI always wins or what. But yeah, we've tested it before, and I don't think the computer is physically capable of doing a draw. So but that said, though, it wasn't even really a draw anyway, because Shaye did win, but just Shaye was defeated like, what, half a second or a second later. So what an insane game. So yeah, well played to both players there. I suppose if Rage had gone to his base with the Helix and tried to defend, would he have been able to take out them Overlords before he lost his last buildings? How would the game have played out differently? We certainly probably wouldn't have got a wouldn't have been able to get a draw. But yeah, what a fantastic game. A little bit lost for words. Amazing game. GG. Well played to both players, and see you in the next one.